Welcome to my latest video in the Making Your Business Less Dependent on You series based on the book of the same name. Last week I talked about how to get some help if you have too much to do. I would recommend that you start by looking in-house. One of the recruitment strategies at my accountancy practice, A4G, has been to recruit straight out of school, then develop and train those staff. If that's part of your strategy, then is there someone at a relatively junior level with the potential to learn and grow? An opportunity to learn from the boss might be a great leg up for their career, whilst helping you clear your to-do list and inbox, of course. Alternatively, maybe it's time to get yourself a personal assistant. If you're a bit of an Elton, you'll have to watch video 2 to know what I mean by that, then this might be an ideal solution. Somebody to manage your diary, deal with your admin, and basically take away as much as possible from you so that you can earn the income that you and your business needs. A lot of this is life admin, so hopefully you can find someone who can pick it up reasonably quickly. Alternatively, your personal assistant might need a little bit more experience or knowledge of your industry. If you can find somebody with that, then happy days. But potentially you might need to invest some time in teaching and educating. Finding that person is easier said than done, especially if you want them to be full-time. Jobs of that nature are usually advertised on Indeed, but you'll need to be competitive on salary. Alternatively, if you don't need somebody to be on hand all day and every working day, then there are a lot of people seeking part-time positions. My advice would be to advertise the position with an hourly rate which is competitive and try and get the words flexible hours into the job description. You're likely to get a huge number of candidates because there are many exceptional people out there who are looking for this sort of work but need to work around family and personal lives. Another alternative is to look offshore, especially if you want someone full-time. Our business operates a company called Durban Offshoring, which provides staff for our accountancy practice and for our clients. There are an exceptionally large number of highly qualified and suitable people in Durban, South Africa, who are looking for this type of work. The salaries are really competitive too. South African cost of living is far lower than ours, so salaries usually run at about 60% of those in the UK. And there's no employer's national insurance either. Durban is a great location. English is the first language for most of the local population. It's only an hour time difference in the winter, 2 hours in the summer. And as one of my clients said to me once, the Durban accent is easy on the middle class ear. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more, ping me a message on LinkedIn or by email to malcolm@durbanoffshoring.co.uk and I'll let you have the details. But what if you just need somebody temporarily? If you can plan ahead, then there are some exceptional candidates available in the summer who are studying at university for the rest of the year. There are also many students, particularly in business studies, who require a year-long placement in the third year of their degree. At our accountancy practice, we've had a number of occasions when we've taken on someone for a year, and they've done an amazing job on the projects that we've given them. Although it might only be a temporary position for them, the student concerned will be writing their dissertation based on the experience of their year with you. So they'll want to make it a success. Plus, of course, they'll be looking for a glowing reference to go on their CV for future job applications. Win-win. There are other options, of course. The most common that I see is business owners employing family or friends. There are pros and cons of this. One advantage is that you do know them already, including their strengths and weaknesses. Plus, you would hope that they would be loyal to the business, especially if they're family. But this sort of employment comes with baggage, namely your existing relationship. One of my clients told me that having employed his daughter recently, despite her actually doing a very good job, he does feel that somehow he has turned into her PR. Friendships can also be impacted by employment. One of my friends hasn't spoken to the best man at his wedding for 30 years after making the mistake of thinking that it was a good idea to offer him a job. Lastly, perhaps you don't need one person. Perhaps you need to use the staff you've got a bit better, especially the ambitious ones. There will always be those who grumble about everything they are asked to do. But dispel that myth about young people being snowflakes or whatever other patronising term the Daily Express or GB News is using this week. There are probably staff within your organisation who are willing to take on more responsibility and learn new skills. Our accountancy practice, I always have a little chuckle to myself when I see one of our second or third year trainees supervising and guiding one of the new staff. It is so fulfilling to be able to recognise the progress they've made. Whichever way you go with this, there is a lot that can go wrong. And much of that comes from a lack of clarity on day one. So that's what we're going to talk about next week.